are for the man where they make a woman come twice. Come twice. In one night. One night. Make I drop your body, make I make you feel it one kind. I'ma get to the deal. After round one, me I know they take it Panadol. What to be do? I'ma get what to be do. Three bucks are for the man where they make a woman come twice. Come twice. In one night. One night. Make I drop your body, make I make you feel it one kind. One kind. Open shop for my head, baby, make I be your shop right. Shop right.
Make you wake me up at 3. Cause it's zero balance to go make me sleep. Even if I sleep, I know if you sleep. Mommy steady calling, make her press money. Tolani go soon resume, that's my baby says. Kele could be 21 by the end of week, and she deserve a gift. Oh, I saw my back for the shine and show me. If you do it, my shake back on me. So I wake up from nothing to something. My day face sometimes no be small thing. Now I sometimes my head is touching. God knows I don't joke with money. Come up to the ID me. Come up to the ID me. Got the shy eyes. You know expectation kills. Thinking the body don't drop. I go jab black pants. Open for big batting. Your people no go black magic. No go see violence. But when I see conflict, fuck with the boy like me. Go see violence. Sapa only tell me long. From to your next book with your luffy gone. Monday for your ache, Tajini Saturday. I no go feel it funny, matter put the god. Just a bad boy with an iPhone. If you don't believe in grace, but you better find so. Cause this all do be so catchy, you get the life go. I be tryna make a fortune, I no fit to die. I get many people who don't need that, don't know. I saw my back on the shine and show me. If you do it, my shake back on me. So I wake up from nothing to something. Waiting my day face sometimes no be small thing. Now I sometimes my head is touching. God knows I don't joke with money. attention, me, baby. Violation. Man's been bad from early, yo. Girl, them know already. Guns is cocked and loaded, though. Man's been moving deadly. But I be turned to for tonight. Just wanna do your body nice. Allow me time, me utilize to keep you satisfied. Loco, girl, you know you drive me loco. No be joco. Your body put me in a choco. Oh girl, sure you know, say you hide me like choco. Oh baby loco. Oh girl, you know you drive me loco. In the bomb shot, I ain't that Chris. Oh, yeah, you ain't jolly car. She tell me, say, after party waiting, she go swallow no because I was too low. From my place. Oh, we just was a Tiva. Sure you're not there for my liver. Oh, mommy, I don't feel liver. Oh, this night I don't feel liver. I don't believe this my toto. Even when she gets her throat, and even when she's on duty, she free up the schedule for me. Until like she did this is her, but in the scene now, I don't go feel believe if you tell me in the real life. You don't need to deny, now you got your body, even know what I'm thinking. Cause of a DNA I'm drinking. When you shine it under my system, navigate your body like clinking. Show you say no smoking. Collect all her habit and sack it. Say she want me, and she won't come testing my limits. Love how your booty like teaming, and you know, say you know go on framing. In the apple when I see you walking with your booty in the bomb shots, I ain't that Chris. Oh, can you hold your liquor? Tell me, say, after party waiting, she go swallow no because I was too low. From my place. Oh, we just was a Tiva. Sure you're not there for my liver. Oh, mommy, I don't feel liver. Oh, this night I don't feel liver.
Energy, no be stay for my corner. Fuck how you feel, I go just stay feel like me. I'm out of your league, so you can't touch us. Block my unit and I promise you say, yeah, I good day. Get body by somebody, oh. If I get money, must to know. I want them, you won't come in the bottle. I say get body by somebody, oh. I go down money, cash show. I want them, you won't come in the bottle.
Get body by somebody,
to be twice as tall at least to feel better than I do. Yes, I'd have to be twice as tall at least, I mean me multiplied by two. I mean me multiplied by two. Oh, I'd have to be thrice as wide at least to feel better, you'll agree. Yes, I'd have to be thrice as wide at least, I mean me magnified by three. By three. I mean me magnified by three. I'm kind of hazy.
I remember when I couldn't level up. I was trying, but I couldn't level up. It was rough. I said, start feeling like I had enough. Then I contemplate giving up. If you're feeling like you can't level up, I'ma make you not stop at all. Because right when you start feeling like you can't level up, that's when you have to shut the devil up. I remember when I couldn't level up. No, my money couldn't level up. Doing what I must, seem like there's always another level up. That's why you always found me looking up. But sometimes, in my life, you know me, I have to rebel up. My hair about my fights in the club. Every day, me try level up. So me striking them hard, me go hard until I get to God.
You can do it, whoa, whoa. Never, 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 never stop. Come on, sub, papa, why? You can do it, whoa, whoa. Never, 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 never stop. Come on, sub, papa, why? Ah, yeah. Yeah.
DJ Messiah in the mix.
See, this life thing, yeah, it's all about understanding, bro. You gotta understand what you're doing. You need a direction, bro.
What's up on the time? When I just did try, when I just did try. When I drop the song, I go need to dance. I did work, I could get it, I did pay my price. Then I found the sound among all the sounds. I no get the name, I no sing a sound. Sound, Mr. Money sound. I want the precise, I want the precise. I be like military, match up my head. Vigilant, forgive me, Lord, I did on your peace. Cemetery, people we don't die, people cemetery. Life is not easy, I know it's not easy, you guys feel think I'm easy.
Funny. Champagne stripper, real gold digger, she need moolah, big back pillar. Waist on wicked, life's ground thicker, oh my God. One night lover, blood and fire. Turn my balance to small boy dollar. Pump, cover my up blank tata. Oh, Jesus. You win the ass chick Ballon d'Or. Put all your soul into it. You make the thing go tonongo. Body lepa and oropo. The way you ride is fluid. You make the thing go tonongo.
They say money don't buy you happiness. Money can't buy you love. Money can't fill this emptiness. But I want all the money in the world. Money don't buy you happiness. Money can't buy you love. Money don't fill this emptiness. But I want all the money in the world. Ooh-wee. I want all the money in the world. Yeah. Crying in a Bentley, sipping on Hennessy, drying on my tears with some $100 bills. Feeling down in Fendi, but I got plenty money for the pain in the world. Chilling in Ibiza, just like Justin Bieber, cause I got the money, I don't care. And you can put that on my visa, roll me like a Caesar. You know now we global, I'm here. So far from where we coming from, and we don't stop until it's done. They say money don't buy you happiness, money can't buy you love, money can't fill this emptiness, but I want all the money in the world. Money don't buy you happiness, money can't buy you love, money don't fill this emptiness, but I want all the money in the world. Ooh-wee, I want all the money in the world. Yeah, yeah.
Fine girl, got your body, so now let me have it. See me rushing over, you cannot deny me. Now for me, I go fight for this your loving. Fine, get it walk by me like one have mercy upon me. I know my actions got the worst upon me. Look like the devil take this moment from me. Not to follow the gas, now you fast, now you take my heart go. If I ask, see me, I lose on you. My mistress, take all my money and go. Not to follow the gas, now you fast, now you take my heart go. If I ask, see me, I cheat on you. My mistress, take all my money and go. Oh, I go. Feeling me, I'm a dad before my time. Feeling me, I'm a dad before the sunset shines in the morning. That before you wake up. Oh, I go. Feeling me, I'm a dad before my time. Feeling me, I'm a dad before the sunset shines in the morning. Just before you wake up. Oh, I go. Feeling me, I'm a dad before my time. Feeling me, I'm a dad before the sunset shines in the morning. That before you wake up. Oh, I go. Feeling me, I'm a dad before my time. Feeling me, I'm a dad before the sunset shines in the morning. Just before you wake up.
You're 22, tú what a handle. Girl, I wanna handle you. Put my hands upon you, baby. You're 22, tú what a handle. Girl, I wanna handle you. Put my hands upon you, baby. Say you like to really ride. Girl, I really know your type is me. Wondering if you and I could be Kim K and Kanye crazy. Just maybe constant crazy with my lady. You got something that I'm interested in. Just maybe. You're 22. You're 22.
If you know say a woman or your man, I fuck you good. Put your hand in the air, cause you know you have the good, good, good. You have the good, good, good. Jesus, blood clot, the way she suck me with me feel like something where I shouldn't listen to me when she tell me so. Girl, I like how your pretty pussy well fat. But me not lie, I could put it on my life that me I could fuck on you if you a fuck on me. If you a Keisha, man I gotta do you like Tommy. But just a Trisha, lean to the Givenchy. The way she do it, if you put her them at the party. So take body, girl. And if you fuck on me, me not hear sorry, girl. Me stay rich, but me not ready, girl. Me stay rich, but me not ready, girl. So take body, girl. And if you fuck on me, me not hear sorry, girl. Me stay rich, but me not ready, girl. Me stay rich, but me not ready, girl. She says she want a good fuck, want a good secret. Me make her dash out the toy, she not keep it. A man I call off, she phone, but she sleeping. Sorry to tell her she a fuck on you. Me know if you fuck you, I'm fi send you right back. You know say me now I'm fi day like that. And she not like chat, she'd rather climb top. Pretty and bougie, sweet like smoothie. Tight is Gucci, I make a square for the Uzi. Say you get antisocial, put it on me fast and I slow down.
It ain't too hard to recognize a real one, real one.
You have something to like, and no consequence for ride it back. But a coincidence, me know you might slide, you're wetter than the tide. And you never feel prove it, no. Slow down, can nothing never lose for me. Go around and she ain't entertaining shit.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. We're just about to start. Again, we're about to make history. My name is Bankole. I'm Dr. Bankole Alibey, and I will be in your face for the whole of today. So you have to make do with it, and forgive me if I'm giving you visual constipation. You're welcome to the 2025 Sustainability Professional Institute of Nigeria Induction 2025. So first of all, congratulations to our new inductees for 2025. And you need to start fasting and praying now so that our committees will not change their mind about you, that they will ensure that you get inducted. We're about to start. We shall be starting today's event. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, my name is Bankole. I'm Dr. Bankole Alibey. I am privileged to be a fellow of the Sustainability Professional Institute of Nigeria. And today we shall be starting the Spin Induction 2025 with the procession. And the procession you shall be seeing today is going to start from our leadership, then to our fellows, then you move on to the associate and the other members that we have. So we shall be starting the procession now, and in front of the procession you'll find our board of trustees, and after that the procession will be followed by the executive committees, and after that you have the fellows and then the associate members.
right now. How you could they tease me up till now? Hey, up till now. Make I tie your body upside down. Like I never hear this sound. It's me and you, no one's around. And no one's around. Nobody go know. Give me up when you feel alone. When I see her for the village, yo, I fall. With the way she did bread, yo. Oh, my Jerry. Chilla low. Them they feel reading for my piano. This music that my ear, oh. The seeing is believing. But still them.
Please, as we come in, please let's fill into the seat areas. The ushers should give you a description of where you sit. The members is going to sit to the side, and then we have the executive committee and the fellows on the other side. Please fill into the seat to the right, to the left.
Oh, Joe, pity me. I've had enough. Only tell me, Joe, I'm tearing up. I know I fell in love with the right one. You know my kind of love, no, it's type one. I want you to show me more. See, I shape body plumb with your stature. Can you do I call me off from your actions? No, I don't care, attitude, nice one. The seeing is believing, but still them feeling me. No entity, you know you missing me. And shama, I'm licky. Baby, should you really see killing me? When you on your bikini. Oh God, girl, I'm losing you, kidding me. Oh, Joe, pity me. Alright. I know that you found my book, I send me. Can I hey, go travel, yeah, you home. But I'm on my suit, let me go so. Baby, girl, why she they carry me go?
All the new inductees to my, I don't know if my right hand, this is my right hand, but this side. All the new inductees on this side, our existing members on this side. Because we want to recognize you very specially. So if you're new inductees, please sit to my right. Yes, all new inductees to the right. All new inductees. So, you fellows? So fellows on the front seat? Yes. So the same way you come in. If you're a fellow, you're on this first lane. On the second lane, we have the associate. Sorry. Full members. And then yes. Fellows, full members, associates, students. Sorry, what category are you? Full members, please move forward, and then the associates after that. Then after that, we have the student members. The first front row, the very front row is for the fellows, please. The very front row is for the fellows. Then you have the full members, and then we have all to the end. Are you full members? Associate. Okay. Sorry. Are you full members? Once again, welcome to the Sustainability Professional Institute of Nigeria, Induction 2025. As you know, as a key component and cornerstone of sustainability is safety. And safety has been defined in many ways, but Okay. This is like my 7th job. So I'm not the smartest person around. So can we all rise for the national anthem? DJ, please cue all in for the national anthem. Thank you very much, DJ. Please, you can have our set. We're going to have a very quick safety moment. Do we have people from LCCI here for the safety moment? Safety is critical when in environmental social risk management, because it is the creation of zero incident workplace, a zero incident home and everywhere. You're welcome for the safety briefing.
Good morning. Good morning all. My name is Godwin. I want to use this opportunity to welcome all to Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. At Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I am your primary facility contact for today, and I am available throughout this event to attend to any facility-related inquiries that you may need. Here at Commerce House, safety is our #1 priority. We are here to ensure the safety of the all attendees at this event. At this point, you need to take note of this. It's equipped with 3 backup generators. The generators will start within seconds and provide continuous electricity supply throughout the event, and your event will not be interrupted for whatsoever reasons. For your conveniences, we have restrooms and toiletries available. Designated toilets are located along the corridors. If you move out of this entrance, go to the left, you will see the provisions made for the male and the ones made for the female. Please kindly use this.
And use the leaves. Let me say that again. Leadership is not waking up every morning and closing late, because you can do that for yourself. Because what do you do with your time anyways? But it's about planting trees that you know you will not or may not benefit from. But someone else down the line will benefit from the root, from the shade, from the stem, and from the leaf. And it's at the back of these, I want all of us to give a round of applause to our visionaries, because in reality, they have their life set. They have their goals cleaned up, and they're moving on with their life perfectly until they thought about this institute, and they have been doing this for years, and I want us to give them a round of applause for doing this. So for visionaries and founders, PIN was founded by 9 trailblazers professionals, each with significant local and international experience in sustainability. And I am not the one saying it. The internet is free for the most part. You can Google them and check, and you can see the amount of work that they put together. And I mean body of work, not social media posts, because they are two different things. Huh? So the body of work they put together as professionals and as, in some cases, academics. So on the founding area, we have Professor Kenneth Amechi. He's an academia and a policy leader. He's a professor in sustainability practice, and he has many years practiced not just in Nigeria or across Europe. He's practiced in many parts of the continent, and he continues to support us and is one of the leader in the practice. In fact, he's the president of Sustainability Professional Institute of Nigeria. After that, we have Dr. Ine Abimbola, who is into consulting and capacity building. Well, that's the nice way to put it. She has been in sustainability leadership, training, and human capital development for decades. I mean, those days when I used to write WAEC. Thank you so much, for gracing us with your presence. We have Dr. Maurice Atoki, who is also into business leadership and human capital development. She's been in the consultancy world for years, and currently she's been in health, leadership, and sustainability practice. She's also one of the visionaries. We have, I think also a doctor now, Dr. Bekeme Masade Olowola. People are reading book in this spin. Abba, slow down. Almost everybody has a PhD now. Bekeme Masade Olowola, who is into advocacy and communication. I'm sure you must have seen her. Everybody in Spain is looking like under 17 these days, so you won't know. But please check, Google them, I beg. Don't assume. So Bekeme Masade Olowola is into advocacy and communication, and she's also one of our visionaries, and she's worked significantly when it comes to the area of sustainability communication. Now, let me quickly chip this in. Over the years, the discourse of sustainability have lived significantly in the CSR or corporate communication departments in organization. But evidently, with the advent of environmental and social governance, we realize that it's beyond just communication. And that's why you think sometimes when you find these people in communication, you find them in CSR. They do beyond that component because the development in that area of practice has spread beyond just sharing information to actually empowering people to manage risk and impact. After that, we have Omobolanle Victor Laniyo. I'm sure she needs no introduction. She's been into corporate sustainability and most recently in banking. She has experience in manufacturing, and I think more in the manufacturing and in the banking sector. And of course, you know, and we all know, that in banking, or particularly in finance, that is where all the oil flows. So if you don't solve sustainability problem from the finance perspective, it's very likely you're not going to be able to solve it. And that is why one of the strongest sustainability narratives you have globally emerges from the financial institution. Either you're talking about the World Bank Environmental Health and Safety Guideline, the IFC Performance Standard, the ADB ISS, or the AFDB Integrated Safeguard System. Then we have Mr. Ismail Omamagbei. Mr. Ismail Omamagbei is a stakeholder relation expert and also has contributed significantly for decades in the sustainability environment. And I think he's currently in the banking sector, but has experience across different industries. We have, of course, Ibrahim Salau. I don't know if he's done now, but Ibrahim Salau is into energy and environment, to put it mildly, but the truth of the matter is that he's an environmental and social risk expert, and for many decades that I know. I think I've known him for like 25, 30 years of my life right now. Then, of course, we have Ken Egbers, who likely is going to be the most popular person around here. So Ken Egbers is into brand sustainability. And many years ago when I was in PR school, I think it was late 90s or early 2000s, they said, you cannot wink in the dark, no matter how much energy you put into your sustainability discourse. When people don't see it, it does not exist. Back in the day when sustainability was not even a conversation to be put in sustainability reporting, Ken Egbers has been championing causes such as CSR awards and the rest, which actually brings the conversation to the fore. So it's also one of the visionaries. And we have Madam Eunice Sampson, who is also into sustainability and strategy. Madam Eunice has been in the banking sector. She's also been in the manufacturing sector. And currently, I think she's in consulting. And she also has a decade of experience in sustainability. Their vision and dedication laid the foundation for what we have today. And that vision continues to grow. Like I said, What we had initially was ASPN. Today, we have Spain. And very soon, we are going to shift the goalpost again, and we're going to be a chartered institute of sustainability professionals in Nigeria. Do I hear amen? You need to say this amen properly. It's because I've not closed the door and start forcing everybody to pay for this sermon. This is a very strong sermon. Yes, it is. So now I'm going to go to the executive committees. The executive committee members are people at the engine room. They are the CPU of Spain. They are the CPU. They are the people that actually make Spain function. Someone as lazy as myself, I actually just come on induction day and everybody think I'm very important. Well, there are people that makes it work who works every day. So first of all, we have the chairperson who is in charge of strategy and membership directorate. Her portfolio is in impact, investment, and strategy, and she has done a lot, not just for herself or for her organization, but when it comes to impact investing and social investment across Nigeria and the continent. Ladies and gentlemen, with a rousing round of applause, I want you to welcome Madam Kemi Shokenu Morris. Thank you for your hard work, ma'am. Without you, there would be no members. So please be nice to her, because your membership can disappear if she did not wake up or have a cold coffee. Please always ensure she has warm coffee. Then we have the Vice President, Dr. Eustace Onuegbu, who is in charge of learning and development. We have Adetara Agbakoba, who is Executive Chair, Legal Directorate, who works in the legal portfolio. We have Mr. Godson O. Ihibe, Executive Committee Member for Advocacy and Stakeholder Directorate under the Learning and Development Directorate. We have Temitope Oguntokun, Executive Committee Programs and Events Directorate under the Corporate Affairs Directorate. And we have Akinkunle Akiode, Executive Committee for Finance, Executive Committee for Finance Directorate, and is in the finance portfolio. And we have Mr. Oladele E. Shekete, Executive Committee for Sustainability and Administration Directorate, which is under the Sustainability and Administration Directorate. So that gives us give you a quick rundown of how many directorates that we have. So we have the Impact, Investment and Strategy, we have Learning and Development, we have Legal, we have Learning and Development, we have Corporate Affairs, we have Finance, and Sustainability Leadership. Can we please give our frontiers, our leaders, a round of applause? The good news is that you're sitting on my right-hand side today, which is a good thing. The next time we're going to be having an induction, you'll be sitting on my left-hand side. And you know what happened to the right and the left-hand side of Jesus, right? Okay. Okay. So, once again, thank you and welcome. I would want to quickly take this moment before we have our opening speech from our Vice President to introduce our special guest of honor, Mr. Olusegun Ogunsanya. He's the chairman, Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority, and the chairman, Airtel Africa Foundation. Thank you very much for making it today, sir. And I wouldn't want to read his profile because I'm sure it's going to be something that's going to be displayed on the screen. But I want to say something very quickly, that when Spain invites you or recognizes you to be a guest speaker at our event, as you can see, it's hardly you can find anybody either at the EC or at the board or at the portfolio level that does not have a PhD, which shows thought leadership and ground sound experience, which shows that we know what we're doing and we know exactly where we're heading. Mr. Olusegun Ogunsanya has put in many decades of hard work, commitment, and visionary leadership into sustainability practice. Even though he does not carry the portfolio of I am a sustainability professional, he's one of us today, effective. Thank you for coming, sir. And today we're going to learn from his wealth of clap. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bankole Alibe. Dr. Bankole is one of the bright stars that we've had over the years. He's the CEO of the Transatlantic Development Limited and a former social consultant with the World Bank. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to our 5th membership induction ceremony at the Sustainability Professionals Institute of Nigeria. I would like to also welcome very specially our special guest this morning, Mr. Segun Ogunsoya, who is the chairman of the Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority and chairman Ethel Africa Foundation. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It is indeed an honor to have you. I have known Mr. Segun very many years ago when he was the MD CEO of Ethel Nigeria. And he was one of those that supported the work that we were doing at Thesopraxis Consulting. That year, we had brought in the former Prime Minister of Norway, who is one of the very top people, of course, Norway being one of those countries with sustainability, Dr. Gro Brun. Today, we induct 95 professionals into our institute, and it is our largest cohort yet. This brings our total membership to 295 members. So welcome. It also reflects the growing influence of sustainability leadership in Nigeria. So to our new members, your induction is not just a ceremony, but it marks both a professional milestone and a commitment on your part to shaping Nigeria's sustainable future. I celebrate the efforts of our trustees and executive council members. I want to say thank you to the chairperson of the executive council, Kemi Shokanu Morris, for the work she and her team have done. The BOT cannot be everywhere. We do have our own things that we deal with, and same for our EC members. But our executive council members are the ones that run the engine of the institute, and I really want to celebrate them for the work that they've done over the years. Your vision, your hard work, your resilience has brought us this far, and we say thank you. As Dr. Alibe mentioned, the Institute's journey started in August 2019 as a collective response to Nigeria's sustainability challenges. For many of us that have started the conversation since I started Thesopraxis in 2009, and that was when the conversations around sustainability started, with a number of other professionals in that space. And so our founding members who were very passionate about sustainability those years, Kenneth Amechi, who is a professor and right now a professor in one of the institutes in Europe, myself, Maurice Atoki, Eunice Sampson, Bekeme Masade Olowola, Omobolale Victor Laniyan, Kenneth Bass, Ismail Omamegbe, and Ibrahim Salau, thought that it was important for us to come together as a collective, not just to pull together the conversations around sustainability, but also to ensure that we also had a group that solidified the conversation. And so that has also helped us to grow this into a movement. Now, each cohort that we induct not just increases our numbers in the institute, but also expands our impact, helps us to shape policies, helps us to contribute to national discourse, and of course, to situate Nigeria's voice on sustainability. This year also, we established the scientific committee with very top academic, members of the academia and professionals from across the world. Many of them are professors in institutes abroad. And the idea was to have a very strong level of thought leadership. And the committee is to provide thought leadership for us as an institute where we have to provide advisory work to multinationals, to industries in the different sectors. They are also to help us in terms of research, putting together a proper training curriculum, and of course for intellectual positioning. Now, this committee ensures our programs are not just credible, but are also tailored to Nigeria and Africa's challenges. Our next milestone, as mentioned by Dr. Alibe, is attaining our chartered status, which is in its final stages, actually. We had thought that by this induction, we would be celebrating our chartered status, but of course, we know how these things work, but we are in the final stages of this. And so I want to congratulate those of you that are joining before we become chartered, because the people that are going to join after being chartered, they will write exam tire. So I congratulate you for taking that bold step. This chartered status will strengthen our authority to standardize sustainability practices nationwide. By the time we get our chartered status, you will not work anywhere as a sustainability officer, manager, director if you are not a member of SPIN and you have not gone through the certification programs. For us, it will help us to institutionalize our frameworks across sectors and to amplify Nigeria's sustainability leadership globally. Today's theme that we will be having from our keynote speaker says the future of sustainability in a volatile global system, implications for Africa. And this reflects the Institute's mandate to serve as Nigeria's umbrella body for sustainability professionals, to set national benchmarks, build capacity through certification, elevate public awareness, drive cross-sector collaboration, and unify Nigeria's Sustainability Committee. As new members, you are now standard bearers of these objectives. We challenge you not just take this membership, don't take the certificates, don't go through the induction, and then go and sit down. Please participate actively in our training programs. It will help you in your work. Volunteer in our respective directorates. We have 8 of them. We expect that after your induction, you will actively seek to be members of a particular directorate, because then not only will you position yourself within the institute, but you'll also be able to partake, fully of the programs and internal workings of the institute. We have the membership and strategy directorate. We have the advocacy and stakeholder relations. They are the ones that make sure we have sponsorship for our programs and ensure that we have institutional members. As you can see, we have quite a number of institutional members, organizations that have joined as institutional members, and most of their staff are members, associates, and sometimes fellows of the Institute. We have programs and events. They're the ones that make sure that this induction ceremony happens, all the arrangements. We have legal, so if you're a lawyer, please join the legal directorate. You have the finance directorate. We have the learning and development. They develop all the training curriculum. That is quite a lot of work. We have the marketing, publicity, and communications directorate. And then, of course, we have the sustainability and administrative directorate, which also oversees the secretariat that communicates with you when you become members. To all our members, our partners in government, civil society, and the private sector, we want to say thank you. We celebrate the fact that you have agreed to work with us. We hope that in the few years that will come, and as we get our chartered status, I am particularly very excited about that chartered status, because I think that as one of the founding members of sustainability in Nigeria, we need to be able to pull that space together and be able to build some level of coordination for that space. So today, I congratulate you as you become members, associates, and student members and fellows of the Institute. Welcome and thank you.
Thank you very much, our dear Vice President, Dr. Mrs. Ini Abimbola. Thank you very much. A round of applause for her, please. I would want to spend like 1 minute to quickly reintroduce again our special guest, Dr. Shegun Ogunsoya. I think the profile is going to be put on screen, and then we can all just go through it together. Dr. Shegun Ogunsoya is a seasoned executive who has served as the CEO and Managing Director of Airtel Africa PLC from October 2021 to 2024. With over 32 years of experience in telecoms, banking, fast-moving commercial goods, and consulting, he led the company to become Africa's fastest-growing, most profitable telecom firm. Before Airtel, Ogunsoya held a senior role at Coca-Cola, EcoBank, Arthur Andersen, and Co. He is a chartered accountant and electrical electronics engineer with a Doctor of Science honorary degree. Ogunsoya successfully positioned Airtel Nigeria and drove Airtel Africa's strategic vision, focusing on digital and financial inclusion. As a trailblazer, he was the only black minority CEO of FTSE 100 companies. During his tenure, Ogunsoya's expertise spanned multiple geographies and sectors, making him a respected leader in Africa business landscape. He has served on various boards, including Airtel Tigo, Ghana, and the Nigerian Economic Summit Group. He chairs the Airtel Africa Foundation and Nigeria Sovereign Investment Authority. Ogunsoya is recognized for his leadership, expertise, and driving digital transformation and financial inclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our special guest as I invite him to come and give his opening remarks. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies, gentlemen. I'm always very worried when I have an MC that I can't see his eyes, so I'm not sure what our MC is hiding. And I must say a big thank you to your executive led by Dr. Iniabimbola for inviting me, and Kamisha Kenu as well. It's nice reconnecting with you. I was just exchanging views with her that maybe when you are a member of your institution, you become ageless, because she's truly ageless. So, pleasure to see you all over again. And the MC mentioned I'm not a member of your community. I believe I am, because when I became the Group CEO of Airtel Africa in 2021, the first thing I did was to launch a sustainability strategy for Airtel Africa PLC. And you can Google it, it's still available. That's what we're building on, and that's why after I ended my tenure as the Group CEO last year, June, I transited into becoming the chair of the Airtel Africa Foundation. This foundation supports Airtel businesses in 14 countries where we operate in Africa. It's a Dubai foundation, and we support courses around 4 areas: digital education, financial inclusion, environmental stewardship, and education in general, with HQ in Dubai. And we cover from Nigeria, Chad, Niger in West Africa. We also cover East Africa, Uganda, Kenya, Zambia, Rwanda, Malawi, Tanzania. Professional, so well done for being very punctual. And when the MC was going to the list, initially I saw was all women and women. I was very worried whether you have reverse bias. But after some time, I started seeing names of men. So the men who are here today, you're in good company. So it's a very good balance. The topic today is global volatility, sustainability nexus. I'll just run through a couple of ideas, and I'll just have a couple of Q&A. I want to be sure I'm relevant. I want to be sure I'm answering what is important to you. So I spent like 5 minutes just going through some prepared speech. Then I'll take a number of Q&A as you start your own journey, so that it becomes very relevant to you. So I'm going to start by defining what is sustainability before I go into the nexus between it and the volatility we are seeing now. My own simple definition is the principle of producing goods and services while exacting minimal damage to the environment. It's impossible not to cause some damage, but what we have to do is to make sure we minimize that damage to the environment. And it is a very good source of long-term competitiveness. While I was Group CEO of Airtel Africa, at least 10% of my bonus depending on how well I delivered on my sustainability agenda. So it's not more a nice to have. If you run a global company, it's a must-have. It is part of every global CEO's compensation. I'm not sure what Mr. Trump is going to do, but before Mr. Trump came to power, at every shareholder meeting, you have to explain to your stakeholders what you're doing around sustainability, which was why I launched mine in 2021 when I became the Group CEO. And like I say, a large chunk of my bonus depended on how well I delivered on my sustainability agenda. So you guys, you join in a very solid profession. Your skills are going to be required as we begin to destroy what has been handed to us by our own parents, grandparents. We need to make sure we don't let our own children's children in a form that is sustainable. And that's the whole definition of sustainability. How do we deliver goods and services without destroying the environment? It's very important. And like I said, it's not more nice to have. You must have it if you want to be relevant. Regulators are asking for it. Customers are asking for it. Shareholders are asking for it. So there's no running away. It's a big-time agenda. And it's got to be very, very organized. But despite that, we still have so many issues we have to deal with. We have wars in Africa. We have famine in Africa. We have instability in Africa. We had coups in some countries in West Africa. But despite those challenges, despite those volatility, we still need to maintain a very strong focus on sustainability. Because wars would end, coup plotters would end their tenure, famine would end, the world remains. We need to be sure the world is going to be around to sustain the future generation. But in Africa, we have a very unique problem. Because anytime I speak to investors and they worry about the slowness. Sorry, is there a problem with the mic? No? Okay. Anytime I speak with investors and they worry about the fact that we're very slow in Africa around sustainability, that it's not a big agenda for government, and it's not a massive agenda for most folks in Africa yet. And that's where the dilemma is. Because at the end of the day, we need to balance lives with livelihood. A lot of folks are struggling with basic things of life. They want food on the table. They don't care whether they use firewood to make that cereal. They don't care whether they burn diesel generator to create electricity. So where is the balance? How do we make sure we continue to live well and at the same time preserve the environment? And that's the challenge I'm living with you today as we embark on this journey. We're going to have such challenges thrown upon you when you talk to key stakeholders, local government chairmen, your community members, governors, and they're going to keep asking you, I've got mouths to feed. There's no gas cooker to use. They're going to burn firewood. There's no electricity in the village. They need connectivity. For connectivity to work, they need diesel generators. So you've got to make a choice. Do you want to connect villagers to internet, or you say you don't want them to burn diesel and cause environmental degradation? Those are difficult choices to make. And I think that's a sweet spot where we need to figure, how do we ensure we continue to put food on the table, we continue to remain relevant, we connect people to internet, we live as human beings, and at the same time, preserve the environment. It's not one or the other, it's one and the other. We need to figure out to do both, ultimately. Otherwise, your job will be very difficult, and your relevance would disappear. Because you don't tell a very hungry woman or a very hungry man that he or she shouldn't do what he's got to do to survive. So that sweet spot is what we need to figure. Despite the many crises we're facing in Africa, despite the wars, despite the famines, despite the instability, it's just a difficult balancing act that we need to perfect. And your challenge is, how do you create that balance between those many contending issues? And what I've seen in my, I live in Dubai for 3 years, came back only last year. And I've seen many external bodies, foreign countries, foreign NGOs, trying to impose their own ways of solving this problem on us. They're not going to work. Our solutions must be locally relevant to problems in Africa. And finally, I'm always a firm believer in having alliances. There's no way one single individual or one single body can solve the multiple problems you are facing. I call it a triangle of stakeholders. What is that triangle? We have the government, we have the private companies, and we have the civil societies. The three different, like what Dr. Ini is doing, the three bodies must come together to create solutions. Government would come with regulations, private sector will come with funding, and civil societies, they come with vigilance. They're going to hold everyone accountable. They're also going to implement some of the programs. But government must be held accountable. Private companies must be held accountable. We don't want sustainability to just be something you write and sign and put in your audited accounts. They must be what you do, not what you say. And we need civil societies to really come and enforce that we all do what we say we're doing. So finally, and I'm going to repeat a phrase again, that although the problems are global, solutions must be local. We must act local, have a global view of what the issues are. The solutions must be very local. And you must leverage on local NGOs, those who have interest in making sure that the world survives. And I believe everyone should have interest in doing that. And I'm going to leave you with this quote that sustainability must be a process of self-determination, not a checkbox for global compliance. We shouldn't try and comply with anybody's standard. We should set our own standards. We shouldn't depart from global standards, by the way, but we must have our own local ways of complying with those local standards that we've said. And as new members, you are joining a movement that will redefine sustainability. It's a very dynamic concept. It changes every now and then. As we have new challenges, we must have new solutions. And you have before you both opportunity and responsibility. Opportunity to change, opportunity to define the discussion, and the responsibility to be part of the solution. Can't just be given opportunity without responsibility. And that's what this body is offering you. You have this responsibility, but then we're going to also hold you accountable for the solution that you're going to profess. You have to embrace both the opportunity and the responsibility. And you know, my final charge to you is a choice you have to make. In every car, at least modern cars, you have a brake and a pedal. You know what brakes do? Brakes stop cars. They don't let cars move. And the pedal or the accelerator you press, the car moves forward. So as you are being inducted today, you got to make a choice. Do you want to be a brake on this journey? Do you want to stop the journey? Or you want to press the pedal? You want to accelerate and push this movement forward? That choice is yours. But my advice to you is to press the pedal, press the accelerator, move this movement forward, and be part of the solution. Once again, thank you. It's a pleasure being with all of you. So if I still have a couple of minutes, I will take you, and because I may have to leave very soon, so I don't...
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very, very much for inspiring speech. Please, inductees, members, let's take this opportunity to ask questions. We have 2 minutes to do that, if our chairs allow. We're going to take 5 questions in all. 5 questions, one is 1 minute. Your name, and then, yeah.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Annabelle Umoyatuk. I'm a sustainability specialist at Dangote Cement. My question is, you spoke about Africa being slow in taking up sustainability or in adapting sustainability when we compare with our global peers. What do you think we can do to speed this up or to catch up? Thank you.
Yeah. I think we need to galvanize different stakeholders, which is why I mentioned the fact that the public sector, government, private sector, NGOs must come together to be stronger advocates. It's also a very difficult call to make because we have so many challenges. The folks from Europe, America, they've developed their economies on the back of different things they're asking us to stop. They've used coal, they've used fossil fuel, they've used different things to make the economy what they are now, and they're asking us to pay the price of the development. We contribute less than 4%, 5% of global whatever. And yes, we have been asked to stop using firewood, to stop using gas. We've been asked to stop using fertilizer because it's not good to use organic food. We have many mouths to feed. It's not an excuse. They're just being practical. Those are the challenges we have. How do you go to a village in a Djibouti and tell them don't use fertilizer when they have many folks who've got mouths to feed? When there's no electricity, you're saying they shouldn't use whatever they need to generate electricity. They should start looking for solar. And that's where it gets more difficult for you folks. I mean, how do you manage this discussion? Because it's a dilemma, but I think there's a sweet spot. Let's find that sweet spot that makes it easier for you to talk about lives again and livelihood. Both of them must go together. So sometimes you're not doing a good job of talking to the stakeholder that is not a one or the other, it's a one and the other. You must continue to create opportunity for people to thrive, to live, at the same time telling them it is not sustainable if they continue doing this way. They may have a good time, 5, 10, 20, 50 years, but their children and their children's children will have a tough time. That's what you need to manage. Until we begin to pursue stakeholders around those discourse, maybe a lot more difficult for you to get a lot more people cheering for sustainability.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much for your feedback. That's very helpful. So in summary, we think globally and solve our problem locally. We still have more questions for you, sir. We're not releasing you yet. Yeah.
Thank you very much. My name is Goodness Wate. I'm a lawyer and also a sustainability enthusiast. The particular answer I've given for the last question just goes directly to what I wanted to ask. My question was originally on how we as sustainability officers will be able to convince, for example, our directors and our executives to push these sustainability issues the same way we are seeing it pushed in Europe and other areas of the world. Because the question is always, oh, you keep telling us we contribute only 4% to global emissions, for example. Why do you want us to go at the speed you are asking us to go? So I think that answer has gotten to, the answer you give to the last question has answered that question for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other question?
In terms of persuading your bosses, you can't do it's got to be owned by the board. That's the level at which your CEO would get interested. They also have to tie his own wallet to sustainability. There's a way human beings are encouraged to do things when they know their wallet is impacted. And those are discussions that you can go to by the board of directors to make sure that it is in his own interest to take sustainability very, very seriously. And there are some investors, they won't put money in your company unless you have a sustainability agenda. They simply will not invest in your company.
Thank you, Dr. Shegun Ogunsanya. I'm really happy that you are the one taking the keynote speech today. I am Agatha Ewolo. I head the sustainability team in Olam Food Ingredients. We're called Outspan Nigeria Limited. We deal in cocoa, cashew, dairy, and spices. My question is, you're part of us. You already said you are. And you have a very wonderful foundation. And I do think that as the first and prime leader in Airtel, the telecoms business through you can help us in this sustainability commitments that we have all taken up on ourselves. Text messaging to all the users of your Airtel, even if it's just 2 statements, you know, trying to change the behaviors of Nigerian citizens.
It is possible. We can send messages. But once again, there are rules around sending messages. We need your consent to send such a message to you. So those are part of the discussion we need to have going forward. There are some messages when you don't require consent. Then how do you balance privacy with sustainability? Once again, another dilemma. So there are so many things we need to balance before we have an aligned solution, which is why maybe when you become charter, it's going to be easier for you to push the agenda. But for now, I can't send a message to somebody unless the person it's okay to send a message. There are privacy issues we need to worry about. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Interestingly, there are about 7 questions waiting for you, but we know that you need to run. So what we're going to do is that we're going to make them ask all their questions and you give one answer. Okay. Just one answer to all the questions. Is that okay, sir?
Yes, that's
Thank
okay.
you very much. Please, the question should be in 5 seconds. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, everyone. So my question for you is actually a very interesting one, and it's about social impact, where you work in now in Ethel Foundation. I'm interested in, I work in social impact, and I am a sustainability advocate as well. So I wanted to ask about the intersection of social impact and sustainability in the work that you do.
Thank
I
you.
wear 2 hats.
Sorry, sir. This question is...
Good morning. My name is Tulopo Inuga. I work at IHS Towers as the manager of sustainability. So my question is based on what you said about providing local solutions to local problems. And I would ask, so how do we ensure that local, cultural, social, and environmental contexts are genuinely understood before implementing a solution? And this is particularly when you work in a multinational organization where most of the leadership are from, the European and the Western countries. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just one more question, sir. Just one.
Good morning. My name is Victoria Onubogo. I work for Dangote Packaging Limited. I'm the sustainability analyst for my business unit. My question is, we all know that the world is gradually evolving into artificial intelligence. So how do we incorporate, or how do companies strategically manage AI with sustainability impact reporting? Thank you.
Let me start with the easiest one about AI. I mean, AI it's a massive thing now. It's the trend everybody's talking about, artificial intelligence. But just a tool. It's an enabler. It's not going to replace what you need to do day to day, but it can give you the tools you require to drive sustainability. It can be used to predict whether there's going to be farming, whether there's going to be it rain this morning. It can be used to predict, how well the yield of a particular strain of fruit will be. So just think about so many possibilities that will make your job easier. You don't have to do tons of what if analysis. Just ask ChatGPT, can give you answers. So it's like it supports every other thing we're doing. It's going to change the way we do our work, the way you do your work going forward. It's got to be embraced. You must know how to use it responsibly. It's got its own dark side as well, I'm sure. We all know there's a dark side to artificial intelligence because it can also be used for bad stuff. So what we now need to do is to figure how do we use it responsibly. And I'm a member of a digital task force, they call it B20, preparing for G20 summit in South Africa. And by coincidence, I'm actually in charge of artificial intelligence. How do we make sure it is used responsibly? How do we make sure it is equitable? How do we make sure there are regulations guiding privacy? How do we make sure that it doesn't differentiate between the accent, between the color of the skin? How do we make sure that everybody has access to good AI? So those are the things we're talking about. And sustainability is one of the features that we assess. And so in your own way, it's universally accessible now. Just whatever question you want to ask, just ask ChatGPT or any of the AI tools and it can be used. So don't run away from it. You must embrace it as a tool for creating more efficiency and making people more productive. Then the gentleman asks about impact, social impact as to what we're doing. I wear 2 caps. I'm the chair of the Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority. And one thing that we're doing, which I'm really so proud of, is the medical facilities that we're launching. We have a cancer treatment center at Luth, and it's offering treatment for cancer patients at very affordable rates. We've got a diagnosis center in Umuahia. We've got another one in Kano, trying to have a geopolitical presence. And we're launching another 10 set of diagnostic centers in the country. That's the social impact of a fund that belongs to all of us. And for Airtel Africa Foundation, which I chair, couple of months ago, I gave 1 billion naira to the Minister for Telecommunication to be used in training young folks on digital techniques, how to become self-sufficient. It's got 3 million technical whatever that is being supported by the president. We're one of the champions of that. And I believe IHS also is supporting that program, IHS and MTN. The last question on how do you persuade your experts leadership to buy into this? Luckily, I know IHS has got a very good sustainability program. You are listed in the US, so it's required for your bosses to report on what they are doing anyway. So by default, you got to do it. But for others who are struggling with local small businesses who don't have such an agenda, we just have to keep on talking about self-interest. That's one of the best tools you can use to persuade anyone. If you tell a man or a woman that it is in your own self-interest to do this, it's easier to have that dialogue. And how do you talk about self-interest? Talk about things which are very important to the individual. One thing I learned very early in my career is how to make somebody do something for you. And I was in a business school, and the example they gave is how babies, how young kids make you do things for them. Anytime they want something, they cry. And that cry is very painful. You got to do what they're asking for. If you don't, they keep crying. They keep throwing tantrums. So you must have that attitude. How do you pinch somebody? How do we make it easy for somebody to listen to you? So children, what they do is to just make you uncomfortable. They keep crying until you do what they're looking for. Another way is to give somebody something in return. If I do this for you, or if you do this, I'm going to do this for you. That's another way of creating adoption of your policies. But there's no one-way trade. I've seen so many people who believe you can just go and appeal to somebody to do something for you. It doesn't work like that in the private sector. It's an exchange of value. So you must bring something to the table for the other individual to release value to you. So the era of giving, charity, yes, that's giving. But when you want to persuade any private sector entity, you must bring something to the table. And I leave you to just decide what will make it easier for your boss to listen to your agenda. Because otherwise your own relevance would disappear very quickly. So once again, thanks so much for listening to me, and have a very good day.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 1 minute, just 1 minute.
Please, I would like us to put our hands together again for Mr. Thank you so much for honoring us this morning. It is indeed a delight. And on behalf of the leadership of the Sustainability Professionals Institute, we would like to honor you with an honorary fellow of the Institute. Keep clapping, keep clapping. Yes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful inductees, well done. And you guys look so beautiful. Well done. Thank you. So, Dr. Olusegun Ogunsoya, we hope that as a honorary fellow of the Institute, that you will be one of the ambassadors of this institute to carry along the ideals of sustainability, sustainability for our nation, sustainability for Africa. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you. Once again, I say a big thank you to the leadership for finding me worthy of this honor. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
make plans. For all man to benefit a be, to make me disagree, to agree to create chance. But now I am not of importance, cause now I am looking for my distance.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your kind words, sir. Okay, thank you very much, sir. And once again, thank you for your encouragement, for sharing with us from your wealth of knowledge. Is this Spain a place to be? Once again, can we give a round of applause for the leadership and Dr. Shegun? Without much ado, we're going to move to the next line of item on today's event, and that is going to be the introduction of our guest speaker for today. By the way, I don't wear glasses, but I've been flying for 18 hours. And if I open my eyes, everybody will be scared. So that's why I'm covering it, to cover the jet lag. Because coffee, espresso cannot do it, right? It won't change the eyes. It can only make the mind sharp. So today we're going to be reading, we're going to have the profile for Dr. Lois, who is our guest speaker for today. And we're waiting for the IT team to give us the profile for Dr. Lois, who is going to be giving us the, if you like it, the keynote address for what we're about to talk about, what he thinks about the sustainability discourse. But before we go into that discourse, I would like to quickly take 1 second to recognize some of our inductees and members that are not in the hall today. Some of them have joined us online. Some of them are streaming this event online, while some of them are not able to make it. We want to say that we thank them for joining via the internet. If you can hear us, we thank you for being part of the process. It's been a wonderful experience having you there. And also, there are people that ideally would not have their face, they would not put themselves in our face, but have been instrumental to the development of the institution. And I'm talking about our institutional members. The institutional members who are also supporting the Sustainability Professional Institute of Nigeria. And you can see we have the Access Bank. Please give them a round of applause as we mention them. Thank you, Access Bank. We have ARM. We have Dangote Cement, the First Bank, and of course IHS, Lotus Bank, and I think Mainstream Energy Solutions, Russell Smith, and Seplat Energy. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting us. So very quickly, we'll go into the profile of Dr. Louis, and he will be giving us the guest, is our guest speaker for today. Dr. Louis Molliman. Louis Molliman has a PhD in public administration and an MSc in environmental biology. His research focuses on sustainability in meta-governance and public management, and more specifically, how bureaucracies can overcome barriers of and combine hierarchical network and market governance style when dealing with complex challenges of transition towards sustainability. He is an acting chair of the Scientific Committee of European Environmental Agency of Public Administration, CEPA, from 2018 to 2025, and board member of the Club of Rome EU chapter. As a former public manager on environmental sustainability at subnational, national and EU level, and director of a former science policy council in Netherlands, he is passionate about making science and policy work together, about better understanding the long-term challenges, the drivers of change, and linkages between them. He is an experienced moderator and speaker on sustainability, interactive policy making, and communication. Since his retirement from the European Commission about 2021, he has done advisory work with his think tank, Public Strategy for Sustainable Development, PS4SD, for among others. The European Commission, the European Environmental Agency, OECD, Council of Europe, UNEP, WWF, national governments such as in Germany, Romania, in Cyprus, and in other countries in Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Dr. Louis Mulliman, who is joining us online and is our guest speaker for today. Dr. Moneman, you're very welcome.
Thank you very much for this long introduction, which can be summarized as this is somebody who does not know much about Africa, and I think that's true. I live in Brussels, and my nationality is the Netherlands. I do hear an echo in my. If somebody could, otherwise. Okay,
Please go ahead, Dr. Lewis. We can hear you very clearly.
Okay, super. I'm very honored to be invited here today, and I want to congratulate the institute and the old and the new members, of course. I would like to share with you some general observations, not specifically on Africa, but I think they are quite general, and I think the challenge is more than on your side to make it to tailor it to and the answers to what could work in your country. I really liked the introductory remarks from Dr. Urban Sanya, his wise words on balance and local solutions. And I think that gives a good context for my presentation. I will now try to share the PowerPoint. It should work, I think. Yes, it should work. Hope you can. Is it working? I don't hear anything. Can you see the PowerPoint in a good way? I'll make it big. Okay, so I don't hear it anymore. So I will go. I will not use the full 30 minutes that were given to me because you're a bit lagging behind the schedule at the moment, and I don't want to take too much time for you. So my introduction will be about the future of sustainability in a volatile global system. What could be the implications for Africa and some challenges and opportunities? So, well, the first challenge, now I have to see why it is. First challenge is that we have an increased turbulence and turmoil, even and instability, and also tendencies to centralization and autocracy in many countries in the world. We have droughts and floods, but we have wars. We have all kind of disasters that have to be addressed, not only by governments, but certainly also by governments. Yes. And this situation is sometimes called VUCA. It is volatile, it is uncertain, it is very complex, and things are not always what they seem in the first place. So ambiguity is an issue. And for that, you need responses. For volatility, you need more vision, a long-term orientation. To deal with uncertainty, you need to understand better the mechanisms and the systems. For complexity, you need to give clarity. And when things are ambiguous, you don't know really what action is the best way, then you have to be agile, please. And this also has an impact on the way governments deal with all kind of problems. You could say that the governance. That's why. And I always work with three different cultures of governance: the hierarchical, the network, and the empowered, the market governance style. And what we have seen is in the couple last years that in many countries, top-down governance it has been strengthened, and governments, because of the special conditions of the crisis, many governments, I mean, politicians are also humans, so they like the power, that the additional powers that are given to them, and then sometimes crises and disasters and also the pandemic are used to even more centralized power. And what happens then, I saw it in many countries in Europe also, that the governments start using emergency law as a kind of a new normal. It's so practical not to involve parliament, not to involve business and other stakeholders. You also see that it means pulling budgets away from subnational governments, where things have to happen, where the implementation has to take place, where the new ideas are coming from.
So this is, and they already have usually too little money. And you also see then discontinuity, you could say, in financial incentives of governments. All in this, because of this further focusing on centralist government. Of course, the central way of or ruling, of organizing things has been the most dominant style, but the other styles are also important. But we see now a bit rolling back. So what could we do? We need to shift and also business to help, and you as experts to help shifting again towards a logic of collaboration and empowerment. I mean, this the hammer and the axe is a good example of that. If you only have a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. So if you only have the top-down style, you want to solve all the problems with top-down actions, which is not working. It's not very smart. But that is a kind of a tendency then. So we need to move, and this is the most, so the top-down style is the most common style. It must be accompanied by also the logic of empowerment, market governance, introducing some business principles, not all of them, in government action. It is bottom up, and then also by collaboration logic, which is connecting both. It's not really top-down and bottom up, but it's making the links. That's important. And then the introduction speaker already talked about the importance of balance. In the end, it is always the local or the national balance between the three approaches, between the three styles. And that is getting to such a balance is what we in public administration call meta-governance. Not so important now, but there's a link to a book. The second challenge I wanted to return to is that the question, are companies turning away from sustainability? If you read the newspapers and the news outlets, this is the impression we get. That especially in the US, where Trump said this is all not so, I shouldn't take this very seriously, the sustainability agenda. You see that big companies are following. That is quite dramatic, of course, because in their following them, you may have smaller companies also following that, and then governments following that, and so on. So what can we do? Well, first, join the companies who understand sustainability. And smart companies know that it is about connecting here and now and elsewhere and later, and they know it is about a good balance. They know that long-term strategic thinking is a good business case. They know that sustainability mindsets require dedicated exchanges and networks and training and skills. They also assume co-responsibility for sustainability, and they unite in networks such as SPIN. I mean, your institute is, of course, the fantastic example of what you can do to keep and to even strengthen sustainability practice. And another, I found this a recent KPMG study on corporate responsibility reporting says that more than 90% of the world's largest companies report on their sustainability performance. And there are lots of standards and frameworks. Of course, still the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals is a fantastic overall policy framework, but the Global Reporting Initiative and others are more governance frameworks, and they are also very important. So you shouldn't give up. By the way, giving up is something you should never do. Always come back. And another thing is what I learned when I was a policymaker in environmental policies is that you need fair and common rules and standards. And this is something that governments and private sector have in common. They understand that you need level playing fields nationally, in the global region, and if possible, globally. Everybody understands that, and it is an important, let's say, business and economic principle that is important for sustainability policies. And this third challenge I want to talk about is tackling disinformation and fake news. Misinformation could be an error, but disinformation is wrong information on purpose, and we see this a lot. And I suppose you see this also in your country. Where up to the level that we don't know anymore what is the truth and who is reliable. So working on that is also a thing for your experts. I'm also, as was mentioned, vice chair of the UN Committee of Experts on Public Administration. And in our input, Geraldine Fraser-Moleketi is our chair. And in our input to the high-level political forum on the SDGs, which takes place in a couple of weeks, we said a problem is that IT, including artificial intelligence, is in the hands of a few private actors globally. And that is also becoming the source of misinformation, manipulation, and interference in undermining transparency, accountability, and the reliance on evidence in policymaking. And it also risks becoming an instrument of institutional dismantling. So undermining democratic institutions, which we all need. Also, businesses need stability and democratic institutions. So this is really a big thing. What can you do? Yeah, become active in fact-checking networks and organizations. That might be also maybe an idea to, if it's not already happening, for your SPIN Institute. This is an example where the European Parliament has a website with all kind of ideas and a call to work on this. And it will not end, I suppose, because we see disinformation on the big issues we have in all kind of corners. The last I wanted to mention shortly is the question about, do we have the right and enough sustainable development leadership, and what is it? 2 years ago, also in the context in Nigeria, I gave a presentation with 10 or 11 characteristics of sustainability leadership, but I just want to show a few of them. We do need more leaders in business and government, in civil society, and in science who have a clear understanding of sustainable development and have a vision on how to initiate and steer the transition of our societies. So that takes, and coming back to solutions should be local, it is also important that this kind of leadership is situational, it's adapted to the situation where you are in. I think most of the leadership trainings still use the model of situational leadership from Hersey and Blanchard. I think it's more than 40 years old. But if you lead a team, you know that some people need direct instructions and other people you can just empower and ask them to come back in 2 weeks in the same team. And this distinction you have to make. And also like that, sustainability leadership is something that has to be situational. A few things. It also should also be visionary. You have to have the long term always in mind. It doesn't have to be with future scenarios based on modeling and things like that, but working together on assessing possible potential futures can make your institutions and the business more resilient against shocks. It's about inclusiveness, of course. One of my principles in my whole career it has always been that sharing knowledge makes me clever, makes me smarter. I always was able to share knowledge with other people and then build together on better insights. And it's a logical thing, of course. It's also about determination. I think I said in the beginning already. I'm not a person who gives up. I have many people hate me because I just don't give up. I can come back later, wait for the moment, and then I will strive for my objectives, my ideas. And we have two examples here. The Mandela is, of course, close and known to you. Jean Monnet was one of the founders of the European Union. He said, I'm not an optimist, I'm not a pessimist, I'm just determined. I know what I want to do. So that is also an important characteristic. And the last slide, sustainability leadership means for companies that this should help preventing that governments move to permanent crisis management. Like I introduced, this risk that being in a crisis situation is in a way so sexy that leaders want to stay there and want to maintain the crisis situation. To support governments to maintain a long-term view informed by strategic and participatory foresight. It is the long-term dimension. To keep governments accountable to contribute to sustainable development and to take the lead when governments fail, and to make alliances with civil society organizations, with other business organizations. I think this is more or less the program of your institute, what I've heard until now. So it shows that you are really, really on the right way. And I find it very impressive what you're doing in Nigeria. So to sum up, increased turbulence, thermal instability, centralization needs, again, a shift towards a logic also of collaboration and empowerment. The shift, sorry, no, and then I see an error in the PowerPoint. No, the second was about not understanding sustainability, and you have to join companies and other organizations. Tackling disinformation and fake news, one avenue for solution is becoming active in fact-checking networks and organizations. And about leadership, invest in leadership mindset, skills, and tools. And I think that's a no-brainer, very, very important. So far, my short introduction, I hope it triggered some thinking, some ideas, maybe some disagreement. That's also good. As a teacher, I know that disagreement is good. I don't know if there's time for some questions and if there's possibility to try to answer them. But I wish you a lot of success and fun with the rest of your day here. Thank you very much.
In the room for Dr. Milman. Dr. Lewis, do you have any question? Any question? Well, that's our vote of thanks there, Dr. Lewis. Thank you so much for your insightful position on this conversation. We have learned immensely from your well of knowledge today. And once again, let's give him a round of applause for his wonderful contribution.
Thank you.
We have now reached the point in which we're gathered for here today. And any moment from now, we will be starting our induction program, and that is going to be led by the leadership of the Institute. And the process or the procedure for today is that for the new inductees, you will need to march through this path that we have created and come through this side. So I'm just going to walk the direction now so that everybody knows where you need to go through. So you stand up from your seats, but you need to use your two legs. Please don't use others. You walk in this direction, and then you come. You can walk from whatever part it is, and then you walk through this area like this. And then you come to this point. We're going to take the fellows first. You wait, and then you start to pray and fast that the leadership will consider you worthy to be inducted. And then, you know, it's the Sustainability Institute, that you are sustainable enough to be inducted. And then Madam Kemi Shokianu Morris, who is our executive committee member on membership, would see if your prayers will be answered. And if your prayer is answered, your name will be called, you step forward, you take your search, you step forward to our vice president, who officially inducts you to the committee. And I will be watching in case your prayer is not answered at the back. Thank you.
Can we also have the inductees online, please be ready at ready?
Here or there?
I'm there. All right. So the time has come. Thank you, everyone. I was very impressed when I got here. The hall was almost full. So thank you very much for your attendance and for being early and on time. So again, it's, are we still in the morning? Yes? Fantastic. So good morning, distinguished guests, members of the board, respected members of today, our newest inductees here present, and also online. It's an honor and privilege to welcome you all. This is the 5th induction ceremony of the Sustainability Professionals Institute of Nigeria. 5th induction, that's great. So just a few insights while we all get ready. Today, as we induct this new class of sustainability professionals, we do so at a time when Africa's sustainability narrative is definitely shifting. And from the questions in the audience, I know that you all are in agreement with us. I could tell that you understood that sustainability is shifting. The volatility in global systems, climate, health issues, political issues, the economy, they all demand that we not only respond, but we lead with intention. And our Vice President had already alluded to that fact earlier with her welcome speech. And that's exactly what this institute is built for. To prepare the professionals, not just to practice, but to influence and transform. Can everyone say transform, please? So to our inductees today, our special inductees today, you're not only being welcomed into this professional body, the first of its kind, you are stepping into a community of change makers. SPIN represents standards, responsibility, ethics, and of course, impact. As new members, we urge you to think long-term, think systems-based, and champion sustainability, not as a project, but as a culture in every space that you occupy, from your homes to your faith-based organizations to your businesses, etc. Your voice, mainstream energy, Russell Smith, Seplat energy, woohoo! I like that. All right, so we begin. May I begin with our fellows, please? Kayode Adeleke from Russell Smith. Titilope Ogunsuga from IHS Towers. Chukwudi Iwozo, Temitope Okunu, Stella Nwanko. Chukwudi, Temitope, and Stella, I'm hoping that your institutions will also join us very shortly. Livinus Ojefwa from Russell Smith, Abdullahi Lamu, Atonda Olaogun, Josephine Kola Ajibade, Dara Ayodele Joshua, Unyime Robinson, I started with fellows. Okay, should I start again with the fellows so that we're together? IHS, that's Titilola Ogunsuga. You're welcome. Congratulations, Titi. Chukwudi Iwozo. Chukwudi, what organization are you with? Fantastic. We look forward to your institutional membership. Temitope Okunu, I guessed right. Welcome, congrats. Round of applause, please. Thank you. Abdullahi Lamu. And members on stage, please feel free to clap as well. Atonda Olaogun, Josephine Kola Ajibade from Seplat Energy. Josephine, are you here? Is Josephine online? Dare Ayodele Joshua. Unyime Robinson. Uyime Robinson. Kolade Iyola. Wumi Ogunde. Abimbola Ajegbule. Oluwatoyin Adetunji. We have our members online too, so their pictures are being shown. Oluwatoyin Adetunji, fantastic, congratulations. Victoria Oluchi Onubogu. Abimbola Hassan, followed by John Nya. Yewande Obayelu. Abiola Ibine. Patience Dogu. Patience Dogu. Ruth David. They look so beautiful on the stage. Ruth David. Adeola Alex Adesuyi. Agatha Solastica Ewolo. Agatha from Olam, right? Agatha, is that you? Wave, fantastic. We have Agatha coming up now. Congratulations. Iwuze Priska. Oladele Sunday Aderemi. And we move on to our associates. Nehizena Ibawo, Oluwatosin Oluyemi, Jacqueline Adefeso, Abiola Itakpe, Oluwaseun Alonge. Round of applause for our associates as they come up. Olufisayo Basi, Ejiro Akpali Koko, Gabriel Ayokunle Farotade, Udoetwen Inemset Ineobong, Olayide Oyeleke, Abubakar Aliyu, Oluwaseyi Olora, Jonathan Ephraim. Jonathan Ephraim. Tolulope Oyenuga. Asogwa Chinedu Ugoma. Round of applause. Let's keep the claps going. Oladuni Regine Irele. Yusuf Ali Gidado. Yusuf Ali Gidado. We continue with our associates. Nosayeme Osahon. Daniel Bello. Victoria Agbakuru. Aziz Ogundiran. Aziz Ogundiran. Olajuwon Ogunyemi. Olamide Oladele. Chidumbem Ezine Kekachi Akparanta. Yosola Onanuga. Odwanyo Gabriel. Kabiru Muritala. Mary Ogunbodede. Adeola Egbeyemi. Olatunde Ojo. Olatunde Ojo. Sunday Giwa. Congratulations. Blessing Oko Ebo. Pardon me. Blessing Oko Ebo. Tosin Victor Imoru. Shulamai Tare Tantua. Zuira Garba. Zuira Garba, Mr. Goodness Wate. Bukola Thomas. Congratulations, Bukola Thomas. Adeaga Oluwaromilola. Let's continue with the round of applause, please. Thank you. This is an exciting day. Obinna John Njoku. Aliyu Usman Ngoba. Aliyu Usman Ngoba. Angela Irobonda. Angela Irobonda. Ogane Osweme Abada Efajemu. Ogane here with the gold bow tie. I like that. Nice touch. Lukman Akitunde. Olajumoke Rachel. Kazim Shomade. Kazim Shomade. Iyang Basi. Balogun Olatoyosi. Kunle Odetola Odeleye. Kunle Odetola Odeleye. Ijoma Nkiruka Onwadi. Salihu Muhammad. Omosumebola Oni. Adenola Kamson. Adenola Kamson. Emmanuel Ekechukwu. Ezebuchi Stanley Amadi. Sylvia Osea Gwena. Geraldine Oko. Geraldine Echo. Ernest Asogwa. And then we move to our students. Please continue to consider what directorate you want to join. Volunteer, volunteer, volunteer. This is the best way to get inculcated into SPIN, by volunteering and joining directorates. You learn very quickly and you're inculcated, and it's just a great experience. So our students, our babies, our committed students: Kalista Chileke, Esther Olaoshun from ARM, Kalista from ARM, Titilayo Oyewole, ARM, one of our institutional members, Abdul Nahid Shaikh, Abdul Nahid Shaikh from Russell Smith, Israel Oluwole Ebenezer, Russell Smith, Onyechi Evans, Russell Smith, Mohammed Alam, Russell Smith, Favor Ikechukwu, Favor Ikechukwu, Naomi Donatus, Munzali Rabil, Ronald Ekanem. Congratulations. I'm just waiting to catch up a bit. Yeah. Everybody's up. Did I get everyone? I got everyone. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a great day. Once again, congratulations to all the inductees as we continue to build this movement. Please remember, your membership is not a destination, it is a platform. Inductees, let's lead with courage. Let's serve with excellence. And of course, we must leave footprints that the future generations will thank us for. You all look so beautiful. Please remember to invite your organizations, institutions, and affiliations to join SPIN. Please remember to join communities on the onset. It's one of the fastest and surest ways to onboard into SPIN. We look forward to volunteers. And our members, our inductees online, you all look so beautiful. Ruth David, I see you. Chidumbem, I see you. Abubakar, I see you. Dare, I see you. Thank you for waving. Well done. You guys look beautiful. Awesome. So as we wait for our 10 or so final inductees, once our last inductee gets on the stage, we would like to rearrange you all to ensure that the cute ones, I'm not going to say short, the petite ones and the tall ones come to the back and the cute ones stay in front. The tall and beautiful ones at the back and the cutie pies in front, just so that everyone can be seen. This is part of sustainability actions. Equal opportunity. Please remember, Africa's sustainability narrative is shifting. And that's exactly what SPIN is built for. To prepare professionals, not just to practice, but to influence and to transform. Hello to the friends in the audience. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your participation. You guys look really beautiful. Nice. Fine boy, something like the weatherman. Phone never dry like Hamatan. I keep it 100 grand and keep it players still never miss. And our final inductee, thank you for your patience. A huge round of applause for all of you. Well done. Thank you, Madam VP. Thank you, Mr. Eustace. I think there will be need to rearrange, so we're just going to have a few people just step down here up to this second row. Yes, but please let those that are taller be at the back. Okay, so the fellows, no, this way, that's fine, where you are. So close up, then others flag in, please. Flag in, flag in. Yes, so flag in, yes, it's okay. Yes. Yeah, no, it's okay because this thing differentiates them. So come in. You are going to, okay, that's true. Okay, so just step back a bit. Step back a bit. Step back a bit, yeah. So Eustace, you can just join. Mr. Kyode, please join there. Please, can we fill it in such a way the cameras can take us? Because we're going to administer the oath. Yes. So please, EC members, can you just join? Flank them while they take their oath. So please, you're going to repeat after me. This is the spin pledge. You're taking this pledge. Can we, the music please? Thank you. So we have decorated you with a sash that welcomes you as members. However, the pledge is what solidifies. So by this pledge, you accept to honor the commitments, you accept to honor the membership that you've come into. And we take it very seriously. So that's why it's part of, the ceremony. So please repeat after me. I, your name, a new member of the Sustainability Professionals Institute of Nigeria. Today, June 26, 2025. Agree to be governed by and comply with the Sustainability Professionals Institute of Nigeria's Code of Ethics. I understand I must renew my membership annually and maintain good standing to retain this membership. I understand that failure to renew my membership will result in revocation of my membership category. And I agree not to represent myself as a member if I am not in good standing. I agree to abide by the Institute's regulations, including its memorandum and articles, this pledge, and any decisions made by the board. As a member, I will uphold and promote the reputation of SPIN, the CSR and sustainability profession, avoiding any actions that will bring disrepute. I will maintain and develop my personal and professional competence in sustainability. I will participate in relevant training and networking opportunities offered by the Institute. I will contribute to the development and effectiveness of the profession through my involvement in the Institute, my organization, and the broader community. I will seek opportunities to maximize business benefits for the society and the environment while minimizing adverse effects. I will promote a responsible and sustainable approach to business, influencing and persuading others across disciplines. I will demonstrate integrity, honesty, and ethical behavior in all my business and professional activities. I will disclose any potential conflict of interest or special relationships, ensuring transparency and awareness among relevant parties. So help me God. So by the power vested on me as the Vice President of the Sustainability Professionals Institute of Nigeria, I would like to welcome you all into the Institute and congratulations!
Congratulations. Thank you very much, Madam Vice President. Congratulations. On behalf of all the inductees, we're going to invite Titi Lope Ogutoga to give vote of thanks on behalf of all the inductees.
To be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up,
Congratulations. Hold on. We have to give a vote of thanks first. On behalf of all the inductees, we're going to invite you to Titi Lope Ogutoga to give a vote of thanks.
Wow. To the Board of Trustee members present and the Executive Council members, all inductees today, starting from the fellows to the members, the associates and student members. I am particularly delighted, and I know that I'm expressing the sentiments of every new inductee today. To be here today, first to witness this milestone occasion. I believe that 5 is not a coincidence, and the number that we have here today is truly mind-blowing and heartwarming. And this just demonstrates that the future of sustainable practice in Nigeria has just taken a new shift. And so on behalf of all of us inducted here today and everyone who has joined us online, we commit to the pledge and we commit to promoting and advancing sustainability practice in Nigeria. It's been a pleasure, and thank you to every single person who has made this happen. Good afternoon.
Okay, please march majestically as members, fellows, student members, and associates of Sustainability Professional Institute of Nigeria. Majestically, please. You're not very powerful. Welcome. You can sit anywhere now. You can sit to the right and to the left. To the right, to the left. You can sit anywhere.
for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have
Okay, thank you. Please have your seats. All our inductees online, congratulations. Can we see your hands? Can you wave? Yes, your certificates and all the others will be sent to you. Congratulations, we see you. Bukola, Abdullahi, Salihu, where are the others? Chidubem, Wumi, Abubakar, Dare, congratulations. You can enjoy this now when we become chartered. If you are not here, you will not be inducted. Oh. Patience, Aziz, Priska, Sunday, congratulations, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Be seated. You can still take photographs. There will be lunch, so you can take photographs after now. Please, the program is still on. Please be seated. Just to reiterate one or two things. First, we're hopeful that in the next couple of weeks, during your induction, you're supposed to have a lapel pin, the spin lapel pin that you will have to put on at every event of the Institute. As I mentioned earlier, we're in the final stages of our chartered. And so I want to encourage you, if you've not done any training or certification, please work with the L&D. The vice president, vice chair of the executive council is also a member of the learning and development. And you can always find out the training programs that are on. After now, I think you will be added to the WhatsApp group where a lot of resources are always shared, and then you will be listed on the website. Now that's why we're saying that renewing your membership is very important, because if you don't renew your membership, you will be delisted and you'll be taken off the membership roll. So that's important. We also want to encourage you to please have your institution, your organizations join as institutional members. It gives you a lot of leverage as an organization. As you can see, our institutional members, we want to celebrate them. Please put your hands together for our institutional members. We have Access Bank, ARM, Dangote Cement, First Bank, IHS, Lotus Bank, Mainstream Energy, Russell Smith, and Seplat Energy. So it would be nice to have your logo listed here, and then from our next induction, hopefully as a chartered institute, we will always ask that all our institutional members send in their roller banners and collaterals as much as possible, so that we can also showcase the work that they do. Today is the birthday of one of our founding trustees, Mrs. Eunice Sampson. Hello, Eunice, are you there? Can we see your face? She's far away in Netherlands, and that's why she's not here. Eunice, are you there? Is it possible to see Eunice? So we want to sing happy birthday to Eunice. We do this just to celebrate. We don't pay them for the work that they do. And the trustees and the EC do a lot of work running the institute. Our secretariat is manned by just a few people. The EC and the BOT have to do a lot of work. So can we say happy birthday? Happy birthday, Eunice! I will also at this point want to say thank you to everyone that have joined online as guests, and so for joining the induction. This is a big part of the work that we do here, and once again I want to say welcome.
Congratulations, everyone. You are now SPIN members. Oh, Madam Eunice. Madam Eunice, congratulations, happy birthday. Wish you many more years of good health of body and mind. Yes, thank you for joining. Can you say anything? No, you can't. You are in my state, you're in Amsterdam now, I believe. Enjoy your stay and happy birthday once more. All right. So, congratulations, everyone.
Okay, I think
there are some of us here that we've been expecting to join SPIN earlier than now, that are well experienced, that have been in the industry for a very long time. I don't know why you're joining just now. But anyway, welcome. Smuleman, who joined us from Brussels. Louis is a personal friend of mine. We met first in 2018 when I first invited him to Nigeria. And ever since then, we've been working on some United Nations projects together. So he has been very supportive to Nigerian, our agenda, sustainability agenda in Nigeria. So, Louis, if you're still here, thank you so much. Thank you for being supportive all the time. Then to our board of trustees, Professor Ken is not available in the country today. He has been doing a lot of work, and our vice president here, Madam Ini, who is our mother and our director. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your leadership. My co-executive council members are always on top of our job. Thank you so, guys. so much, guys. Then we have some other, I think we have some other fellows here present. And now we have 3 new fellows that we're going to be, you're going to be joining different committees to assist us with different things. So we'll be speaking to you very soon. And full members, student members, let me tell you guys, the full membership and student members, we have a lot of trainings. They're also representing the Learning and Development Directorate, as you know. So at the Executive Council. So we have a lot of programs. We have a lot of training programs that are designed for professionals in different industries, doing different things at different levels, cadres. So what we have to do is that visit SPIN website, reach out to the Secretariat from time to time to check what is available, what you need, even if it's not on the system, even if it's not published. Reach out to us via email. Tell us what you need. We'll be able to provide you with support. That's training. All right. Okay, another BOT member is here who I need to recognize. Okay, sir. Welcome. You came a bit late. You reach out to us. If you don't reach out to the Secretariat, reach out to L&D. We'll be able to design something. If you have issues with your practice, challenges, any area that you would like to get any support, let us know. We have over 20-something different training programs now meant for members. So we're still improving on that. Let us know what will be your need for regards to training. So on behalf of the Executive Council, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, on behalf of the entire leadership of Spain, I congratulate you again and I say, be a good ambassador of Spain and enjoy the rest of your day. We need to recognize him.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
So, like I said, one of the founding Board of Trustee members, my big boss, Mr. Ishmael, he heads the sustainability team at First Bank, and First Bank is an institutional member. He is also the director of sustainability advocacy and stakeholder relations. That's the one that is difficult for me. So thank you, sir. And please take the mic and welcome. Take the mic. Just say what, sir.
Thank you very much. There's really nothing much to say, but to say I'm glad to be here. I'm actually coming from somewhere very far. Sustainability, they say, is a journey. And I'd like to say that you remain steadfast to that journey, that path. It's not always smooth. It's challenging. Just remain committed. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you very much. To
see how committed our BOT trustees are. Ismail just flew in from Germany this morning. And Dr. Bankole Alibe flew in from Greece last night. Nothing else, just to be here. So just to tell you how committed, if we have not been committed since 2019, the institute won't be where it is. It's been a lot of work, trust me, to the point where we have the authority and the permission to be able to induct members. So we're hopeful that you will not just be members in names, but again, I want to reiterate, it is important that as you leave here today, please put down your names at the front door there for the directorate you want to join. We need members in the directorate. It's a volunteer position for now. Don't worry, we'll get to the point where we'll start paying. But we know how to say thank you. We know how to celebrate our members and our volunteers. So please join a directorate. We need more hands in the directorate. The communications directorate is suffering. We need to how do they say, is blow our trumpet as an institute, and we can't do that if we don't have, members committing and volunteering to do the work. Our legal directorate is doing a lot of work, making sure that we're keeping all the regulatory frameworks in place. Our advocacy and stakeholder department, which is where Ismail is a director, does a lot of work in terms of making sure that we get institutional partners to sign up. It is a lot of money for the institutional partners, and getting them to believe in the work that we do has been a lot of work. So it is not just joining the membership to be a member, but also to ensure that, and then the events, putting this up takes a lot of work, confirming speakers, making sure you get your letters and all of that. So we need you to please join this directorate. I will be looking out for each of you, and you know that I know how to celebrate you. So we will celebrate you, we will toot your horn, we will give recommendations, letter of recommendations where you need it, but we have to see that you are doing the work, Abi? So thank you very much, and please thank you, Ismail, for coming in as well.
Thank you very much, Madam Vice President, and thank you very much, everyone. At this point, I would like to tell you a very short story. A reverend father called two young boys and soaked two puff-puff inside cold oil for a few minutes while he was telling them about Jesus. He took out the puff-puff from the oil and put it in their hands and asked them to squeeze it. When they squeezed, he asked them to open their hands. He took off the puff-puff and he told them, what do you have left? And they said, nothing. And he said, use that hand to rub your face. And their face became oily. So today, in your hands, in your face, you might not have a certificate. You might not have a book. You might not have a journal. But we have given you the oil. The oil is the anointing. And that is what you are going with today. On this note, we thank you so much. We have anointed you into the folds of the Sustainability Professionals of Nigeria. You're welcome. Congratulations. And the event has now been completed. And this comes to an end of the event today. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Easier. Visit Wakana.
Me, I done the hustle my whole life. No be who begin, I ain't go with the matter later, so I set my device. Say I go see you later. No go tell my brother, stay wise.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. One more information. We have social media handles on X and particularly on LinkedIn. Please ensure you tag us when you post your pictures. Ensure you tag us when you post your pictures. So please check us on X and on LinkedIn. Ensure you tag us and follow us. Thank you very much.
About you, the meaning you froze my soul. Face me in the dark room, no matter come face me, yeah. It come face me now. And baby girl, don't you know, baby, that I be thinking about you, Angelina, my baby now. Don't you worry about.
Please, can we have Taiwo and Didi? I would like to celebrate these two people. Where are they? Taiwo and Didi. Taiwo, please come forward. Ndidi, please come. Please, DJ, bring the music down. Come. Didi, come. Okay. Didi, stay here. Yeah. Taiwo, come. Stay here. I would like to celebrate these two people Taiwo and Ndidi. Please put your hands together for these two people. Without them, the secretariat will not exist. They do excellent work. Thank you so much for the work you're doing. We recognize you and we celebrate you. Thank you, Ndidi. Thank you, Taiwo. Well done. Please, just stay here. They are my children, even though they give me the biggest stress.
Group pictures outside, group pictures by group. Group pictures. Please tag us on social media handles, on X and on LinkedIn in particular. Group pictures. Bro, thank you so much.
I'm reminded by the hurt you bring to mind. So long, so long, so long, so long.
Put it down for me, I like that. Nothing never gonna make me shy. Give me 100 and I top that. Energy on another level. Cinnamon, but I come clean. I don't need no more dirty talk. I just wanna have a good time. I imagine my energy. Hold on, talk, I want you. Nobody else but you. Oh, baby, go with the flow. So many things I want to know. Hold on, talk, I want you. Baby, go with the flow. Sweep me up my feet. Take me to the moon and back like that. I just wanna love you till the morning. Oh la la, lo lo lo. Love you any time of the day. Oh la la, lo lo lo. Love you till the morning. Oh la la, lo lo lo. Love you any time of the day. Oh la la, lo lo lo.
Leaving no time to waste. I'll be yours night and day. Show you my love in many ways. The way I feel I can't explain, no. Push your mother girls away, make I no go violate. Everything that I say, make I know the lie. Only wanna deal with you, I know the socialize.
You make me go all the way. Now you wanna ease my mind. You make me go all the way. 365 days are not enough. You make me go all the way. I've been searching, but not anymore. You make me go all the way. Now you wanna ease my mind. I just wanna love you till the morning. Oh la la, lo lo lo. Love you any time of the day. Oh la la, lo lo lo. Love you till the morning. Oh la la, lo lo lo. Love you any time of the day. Oh la la, lo lo
Whoa, 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 whoa. You ask why? Yeah. You see them girl a beauty them. Falling in love is too easy. Staying in love is the tricky part. Didn't know that I would walk away.